Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Cherika Brown. Of course, we're on another episode of Cherika Be Talking because I be talking. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about the topic that Martin Luther King quote, "It's always the right time to do what's right." I was just thinking about this particular quote because oftentimes people don't realize no matter how far you feel like you are in your spiritual journey, every single day is a battle with your human flesh. Of course, all of us have different temptations and all of us fall short in different areas. Some may view others areas as like a worse consequence than theirs, so it definitely can vary. However, a lot of times you're going through things in life and you have to put those things aside, leave it at the door when you're going to work, when you're going home from work. You have to know how to compartmentalize different issues that you're having in life and don't let it bleed onto other aspects of your life. And a lot of times people don't, I'm not going to say people don't really care what you're going through, but people don't, not only do they not know what you're going through, but people aren't going to sympathize with you either. Like, people aren't going to say, oh, she's falling short because she's also going through this, or she's not able to show up as her best self because this is happening in her personal life. So it's affecting her at work, or maybe her mental health is being affected at work. So the best thing that you can do is stay prayed up. You got to put on that armor of God every single day and always constantly remind yourself that it's always the right time to do the right thing. So what I found very useful for me in present time is writing myself notes, like on a little sticky tab. You know how some people use those for like what you call words of affirmation, where they put them all over their mirror and tell them like, oh, you are beautiful, you are kind, you are needed. What I find is that it helped me when I write notes to myself like, smile more at other people. If I lose, we both win. Allow people to get smart with you and do not respond. Let people say something out the way and don't feel the need to have a comeback. Like, I have to remind myself of the things that I struggle with, which a lot of the times with me, my struggle comes from ego, attitude, and just a big part of it is ego, if I'm being honest. So the notes that I find myself writing to myself is just constant reminders to not give people the energy that they give me and remain true to who I am at my core, which is a peaceful, loving, honest, trustworthy person. When I'm not interacting with other people, who I am to my core is who I aspire to be, no matter the interaction that I receive from other people. So that's the focus in my life right now, just remembering that it's always the right time to do the right thing. And you'll find that because energy is contagious, of course you can allow the energy, the negative energy, to be the energy that take over. However, when you bring your positive into a negative environment or negative conversation or just a negative spirit that you encounter, your positive will override it, because it will click to the other person that they're being rude, evil, mean, or just stupid to a person that's not even feeding into what they're trying to put out into the world. Like, you're not giving them the response that they expect. And when you like feed positivity to negative people or negative energies or environments, your positive energy will likely contaminate the space and people will change their perspective. I even saw a little TikTok the other day where this guy, he was walking around where he just record people like saying, hey, how was your day or whatever, and the lady was like, don't talk to me or whatever, and he actually completely killed her with kindness. He was talking to her a long time before she finally cracked and smiled and was just like, I'm so sorry. People in this world are so evil to me, so mean to me. And it just reminded me that a lot of times when I interact with people that are just rude for no reason, I'm just like, I'm so glad I have tough skin, because you don't know what I'm going through. Like, just like you may be going through something that is the reason why you're acting the way you are, I could be going through something and I'm giving you a complete fake smile and positive energy, but I guess it's up to me to be the bigger person in this interaction. So like I was saying, the way that people use those words of affirmation, like sticky tabs, I use those as reminders to myself to like do the right thing because it's in me. Like in my heart, I want to do the right thing, but a lot of time instead of doing the right thing, I do the response thing. And I'm trying to get out of that habit of responding and reacting and instead staying true to who I am, to my core, and just remember, no, do the right thing. And I think that's the battle with the flesh that I can experience every single day. So whatever your battle may be with your flesh that you may experience, whether it's like deeply rooted or something maybe egotistical or whatever, just figure out how you can, edge at it every single day to kind of create better habits, better responses, and just remind yourself you don't have to prove anything to anyone or try to show people that you change, but just see what ways can you change in your life and just commit to those things. When you do fall short, forgive yourself and understand the value that you still bring to whatever interaction that you are having, but constantly hold yourself accountable. You got to be your biggest accountability partner when it comes to you changing and growing and just committing to it. And then a week from now, a month from now, especially a year from now, you wouldn't even be able to recognize who you are completely. So, because you should be constantly evolving and changing as a person, there's always something that we can work on. Hope this helps somebody and inspires somebody. And y'all know I'll be back because I be talking. Peace.